Been in Glasgow since 10 this morning and things looked a lot different here. Now I'm actually in the neighborhood where the suspects were caught this afternoon. Right now behind me you can actually see a power line knocked down, and above me there's a power line coming down, and down the street you can see an Ameren truck workers working to get power restored back in the community. Now authorities reported at least 10 structures were severely damaged or destroyed. Now behind me you can see multiple police cars and a fire truck, and earlier I actually saw a car being taken away with major damage. According to the CDC, in the US, the norovirus causes between 19 and 21 million cases of vomiting and diarrhea annually. Here in Colombia, the MU Health Center says they've seen 60 people with norovirus-like symptoms in just the last 3 days. Crone says in the summer there are still spikes in COVID due to more get-togethers. Typically in July, there's a notable increase. Jefferson City has private recycling services that operate within their city limits, and at least one of them might be able to accept items from Boone County residents. It's called Love Force One. It's a program of volunteers who respond to one-time urgent needs. The woman I spoke to today didn't want to be on camera. Yes, Evie, it was fun learning about this artist from my hometown that had a big influence on Black culture. Symptoms of the virus is dehydration. It's recommended that you drink either water or Gatorade so you can stay hydrated. One way you can save energy in your house this summer is turn off the lights whenever you leave a room. For the Richards family, the gingerbread house has been a growing tradition.
Well, this is our 6th year doing it.
Sarah Richards says the holidays have inspired her since she was little. Her family would take her and her sisters to see Christmas lights, and she wanted to pass down that tradition.
And I knew one day when I had kids I wanted to do the same thing.
The gingerbread house has lights everywhere you look.
Hundreds of thousands. An exact number I don't have, and I don't want to count to know.
From the front yard to the backyard, even the mailbox is lit.
We started out doing the front of the house, and then we added more and more. We have children playing in the igloo that we made out of a jungle gym. We enclosed the trampoline in lights. We have a secret door that goes back into the fort for kids. And so we just wanted to make sure it was something that people could make a family tradition for them and include their children.
The neighbors have been enjoying Richard's high voltage Christmas cheer. She hasn't heard any complaints from the neighbor about all the people who come and view it.
It just started popping up every night. There was more and more lights.
Patty Rayner has been Richard's neighbor for 5 years, and they became friends during that time.
I think I moved here in 2019, right before pandemic, and I met Sarah right away.
Rayner says that she has even created a new tradition with her family.
My family comes for Thanksgiving, so we would walk through, and that was our tradition to walk through the yard.
The gingerbread house have not only caught the eye of people in Columbia. 3, 2, 1. The Richard family was featured on The Great Christmas Light Bite. TV producers discovered the gingerbread house from being featured on the news. They reached out to Richards and sent her an application.
Called us and said, put this on speakerphone. Are you with your family? You're going to be on The Great Christmas Light Fight.
She says filming the show was a long process, but they knew they had to take it to the next level.
We're up against 3 other houses and in the United States, which is really cool that we got to do this.
Richard says she's decided to be featured on national TV and share her tradition with everyone all over the country.
We get to share it with everybody outside of Colombia, and the United States is just so exciting, and it's just something to treasure.
In Colombia, TaMya Bracy, KMU8 News. The University of Missouri hosted its long-standing tradition of placing a wreath in the archway of Memorial Union to honor MU alumni who died while serving in the United States military.
Welcome to the University of Missouri's Veterans Day ceremony.
The tradition began in 1926.
98 years.
That's how long the honoring of veterans has been taking place in front of Memorial Union. While many who pass through this archway don't notice, there are the names of 117 MU students who died during World War I. Today's ceremony started with the national anthem, followed by the presentation of the memorial wreath. Veteran Keith Glenderman expresses what Veterans Day means to him.
You know, with Veterans Day, it's a great chance for us to honor those who are currently serving in the military and those who have previously served in the military, to thank them for their service to this great nation.
Colonel Lindsay Decker of the Missouri Army National Guard says military service provides the foundation of the U.S. national defense.
It is not simply about the power to wage war. It is about the power to prevent it by maintaining peace through strength.
Her father, Steve Decker, was commissioned through the MU Army ROTC in 1967. She followed in her father's footsteps, also joining MU's ROTC.
I have come to know the greatest way to honor our country and those who came before us is through service, whether on the front lines or in everyday acts of giving back.
Hey everybody, I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., your HHS Secretary.
Kennedy released a video on his X account saying he couldn't be more pleased the COVID vaccine for healthy children and healthy pregnant women has been removed from the CDC recommended immunization schedule. This could make it harder for parents to get their children vaccinated and pregnant women to get their shots because insurance companies could no longer pay for them. The medical director of infection prevention and control with the University of Kansas Health System says the new recommendation could affect insurance coverage.
We know that is a major issue. When vaccines are recommended, insurance companies typically pay for them. When they are not recommended, then insurance companies don't necessarily have to cover those vaccines.
Hawkinson says healthy children and pregnant women who don't get vaccinated could have a harder time fighting off the disease.
So obviously, if you have a group or groups who are no longer recommended to get the vaccine, that may affect their individual ability to fight off the disease or their ability to stay otherwise healthy or stay from going to the hospital.
Even with the new recommended changes, the Boone County Health Department still recommends those two groups to get the vaccine, especially pregnant women.
Certainly, especially when it comes to pregnant women, that can help bolster their baby's immunity when they're born. So we still do recommend it here until the CDC publishes regulatory guidelines saying otherwise.